So, in keeping with trying to make my dollar stretch and my food stretch, and add in some things that are a little bit more expensive, like this 93, 7% fat beef, which that was more expensive. So I'm pairing it with this 90%, 10% fat. Um, I'll show you how I make beef stretch here. So basically, what I'm doing is not going to be new to most people because basically, I'm just doing what you would do if you were going to make a meatloaf, except this is not going to be for meatloaf. I'm going to just make patties so that I can eat a burger every now and then, but in a way that benefits my fitness and weight loss goals. Well, I was gonna try and save myself a dish from using that pan, but because I had already chopped up some meat with it, but a bowl would just be so much better. So I'm gonna add just my 3 eggs, some oats, and only one seasoning, lemon pepper, that I use, and also an onion. That didn't go so well. I've never really used oats for, I think maybe once I did, but my mother, when she made meatloaf, she always just used sliced bread, but I want to try oats, so I'm going to start with just half cup. I've seen other people use oats for meatloaf, so we'll see how that goes. Now, put in the diced onion. My knife skills are terrible, but I guess as long as you don't cut yourself. Now for the fun part, seasoning and mix. Make sure I have a heavy hand with the seasoning. Well, now we're all mixed. Onion's a little, could have been done a little bit better, but I like a lot of onion. I thought maybe I would have needed some more oats, but I don't want to risk it. So half a cup it is. So now all that's left to do is, well, not all that's left to do, but a good portion of what's left to do is just portion them out, and I guess I kind of just make them like I don't know, a decent sized meatball, and then just work it into a patty, and something that's decent size. That'd be good enough. Something about like that, and maybe that's a little big, but I don't know. We'll see. So I was just gonna guess at the size. Actually, I didn't do too bad, so I was like, oh, maybe I should just weigh out each one so I know pretty much close to what the nutrition profile is gonna be. And I chose like about 100 grams, and so far each one that I made was about 102 grams, and that was without the scale. So guess that. So the hardest part's done, and that gave me 20 burgers at 100 grams a pop. And now, just to package them up, and I'll show you how I do that. So basically, I just use wax paper to separate them so that I can put as many as possible in the bag, which basically a layer is just going to be 4, but that way I don't have to worry about them sticking to each other in the freezer, and I also don't have to worry about trying to find space in the freezer to wait for them to freeze so that I can actually stack them the way I want. So that's what I find is the easiest way to do it, and cheaper than buying a lot of plastic bags. So finally all done, all packaged up, and we got 12 in here, and there won't be any sticking together because I got each layer, 3 layers, and they're separated by wax paper. 12 here, and 8 here. So that's how we do that. Make those dollars stretch, you know. I don't know if this is a factor, given that I'm not actually going to prepare these right away. They're just to grab one, you know, when I feel like I want to have a burger. But since I'm not going to make them right away, I felt like probably because I used those oats, I should probably just leave them sit at least overnight in the refrigerator so that they soften up, so when I grab one, there's not like, you know, that oat texture to them. So I don't know. Now for the unfun part, clean up the kitchen.